On this life journey, there are endless destinations. How we get there is essentially up to us. But don't stop in a rest area and decide to live there because it's comfortable. If you've been on road trips, you know the rest stops, right? They have bathrooms, sitting areas, vending machines, everything that you need to make getting to your destination a little easier. If it's a long trip, you can rest your legs, take a food break, a bathroom break, sleep if you need to rest before driving again, all the things. But after that rest period, the goal is to get back on the road. Because the journey doesn't end in the place that makes us a little comfortable for a span of time. The journey ends at the place that we are ultimately trying to get to. So I ask you, is your destination to your fear or to your future? Hey queens! Yeah, you know who you are. God, come on. Go ahead and put that crown on your head. Now tilt a little to the left. Now a little to the right. Perfect. Now let's get to work. Because we know you got big goals. And you got big dreams and not afraid to let them know. Why? Because you step into your purpose. You speak out on your faith. And you shift up in your journey. Because you a boss. Welcome to the podcast, Drop the Inspiring Act with your host, Belly of QueenBayGoals.com, reminding you that you are a queen before anything else. It's your life and your goals. Make it royal. All right, y'all. Go ahead and work that crown. Hey, Queen Bays. So this is the last solo episode around fear. Womp womp. But in the next 4 or 5 episodes, you'll hear stories from people who have faced their fears and turned their lives around. So the fear journey isn't done, right? This is the season of don't give 2 F's, fear and failure. So like I said, the first half we're talking about fear and the second half we're talking about failure. So the fear journey isn't done because we're about to hear some amazing stories from some amazing women. They decided to stop living in fear, and some of those journeys for them were really rough. As you'll hear, some of those journeys required that they stepped up. And some of those journeys even had some hard yet funny talks with God. You're going to love that episode. I think I laughed so much in that episode listening to her talk about her conversations with God. And I'm like, girl, God be snatching your edges when y'all having conversations. So that is essentially what I named that episode. God be snatching edges. So that's coming soon. But one thing about all my guests this season around fear is that they all decided to do one thing. They all decided that they were no longer going to live in fear and that fear wasn't the end of their journey. Many of us don't even realize that we are living in fear because it's comfortable. Just like the rest stop that I talked about in the episode intro. It has a bathroom, it has snacks, it has a picnic area. You can rest your eyes in your car, just roll back the seat. For some of you, you know what that looks like in real life? That looks like I have a job that pays my bills. I can buy groceries. I can lay at home in my good bed. I'm good, right? You ignore the part about you hating your job. You ignore the part about you not really doing the things that you're passionate about. You just swipe to the side all the things that you dreamed of or all the things that you aspired to be as a child or even as an adult because it's comfortable here, right? Why should you get uncomfortable going after something that doesn't come with a guarantee? That, my friends, is destination fear. Some of you had this idea that your jobs were guaranteed until the pandemic hit. And then you realize, oh, wait a minute, my comfort zone is gone. And you had to pivot, not on your own terms, but on the terms of what was required to survive. So you learned how to homeschool your kids and get work done. Or you had to step away from your job because how could you manage to do all the things and still have food on the table? It's crazy that we've come so far and we still haven't. Working moms especially were more directly impacted during this pandemic than anyone else. And don't talk about those of us who can't hire help because we can't afford help, who can't afford to not have a job, those who can't afford to miss a paycheck. Like, I feel your pain, right? That is my current pain. And that's reality. But it's also why I still do this podcast. I can't live in a space where what I can or can't do is determined by what makes me comfortable or what makes everyone else around me comfortable or what looks normal. So I found that I can find the time to do the things right, to get it all done, And most times, guess what? It's not perfect. Sometimes you get episodes late, or dinner happens at 7 instead of 6, or I'm up at the crack of dawn looking for clients for my business, because I know that my destination isn't in this place that's comfortable or acceptable to the masses. And that's what I want for you. Whether you were made uncomfortable by the pandemic, or you realize that, having a 9 to 5 isn't secure as it seems, or writing your book is going to require you find the time to get the words down on the paper, or working on your craft is going to require some late nights and some hard mornings or some early mornings, allow yourself to be the one to control the narrative of your life, and wake up and decide every day that my journey doesn't stop here because I'm dropping my aspiring act and going after my future. My journey doesn't stop here where it's comfortable. So no tips, no steps, no how-tos. The only thing I want you to do is decide whether you're going to live at the rest stop in Destination Fair, or you're going to get back in your car and drive towards your future. It's a quote of the podcast. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there, by Lewis Carroll. So here's my twist on that quote. If you don't know where you're going, figure it out before you pack. And here's why I gave that twist. First, I want you to decide where you're going, and then I need you to get ready. And by getting ready, I need you to pack the faith that we talked about in episode Faith Over Fear. Right? Then I need you to pack that new mindset that you're going to need to get there. And I need you to face your fear, because we're going to get past it. And we're no longer going to be the Walking Dead, because we're going to blend in with the zombies until we make an escape route. If you haven't listened to the episode, go back and listen to it. Then we'll let fear have its day so we can get to the next chapter on this life journey. So living every day with intention and not what is required because the pandemic hit and upended your rest stop. So are you ready for your journey? You know what I say? Start packing. You have been listening to another episode of Drop the Aspiring Act. If you're looking for more information of this podcast and other episodes, please visit QueenBayGoals.com. That's QueenBaeGoals.com. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next podcast.